Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're doing something very exciting. We're starting our journey to our top 100 board games of all time.
Of all time, we have played many hundreds of board games.
Yes.
And through this 10 episode series that you will see throughout the next weeks and stuff like that time period, you will be finding out what our top 100 games are.
Yes.
Before we dive into it, we want to talk about a bit about the different reasons behind some of the things we have done. First of all, we have earlier done a top 50.
Yes.
This time we're doing a top 100. And the biggest reason I wanted to do that, you were a bit not sure about that in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason I wanted to do that is because a top 100 changes more. So it will be more interesting to revisit this in a year and see how much it will change, how many new games are coming in. The higher top of the list is going to be harder to break into. So for me that is interesting. Because I love talking about board games, so I would be more interested in talking about more of them.
Yeah, I agree. And this is kind of like a snapshot, like a freeze frame picture of how our minds are right now.
Yes.
Which means that, yes, as you said, lowering the list, this can change depending on what we have played recently,
Yes.
the new hotness, especially fond memory of a game that might drop if we play the game now.
Again, yeah.
So it's gonna be exciting.
And also, I think it's going to be a huge change. If we made this a year ago, it would look very different because we now have played 300 and almost 400 games from our collection for around 300 for Keep or Cull. And we're hopefully going to play 200-300 more this year. So it's going to probably look a lot different next year as well. There are games that are not on this list because I feel like I haven't played it enough, or we played it once. I enjoyed it, but it's been 2 years ago and I don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
There are games that are very high on this list that might drop a lot when we play it again, like you just said, but there are examples of that very prominently. I'm pointing over here because this is my book, so this is my physical list thing. It looks really weird, I'm being a magician, but yeah, there's gonna be things that's gonna change. And as you said, for me, I have not been looking at this for 16 hours a day thinking, oh, is this really 78 and not 82?
Ooh.
All of that, it's not super important for me. These are my top 100 games. If one game was 72 or 80, that's not a huge difference because it's so few small margins.
Yes.
Anyways, because these are the best games.
Yeah, it's so hard to differentiate between so many solid games. When we got down to 80 to 120, it was so many games. How
40 to be precise.
Yes, but all of them are amazing. Even though we're down to 80 and below, it's still really solid games.
Yes, because we have played around, I think, 1,500 different games. So these are a top tier percentage of those.
Yes.
So I think we should just jump into it. Are you ready?
I am.
Do you want to begin? Should I begin? Who
I can
begins?
begin.
You usually begin, so let's just do
Yes.
it that way.
Absolutely. My number 100 is
a lot of
Sorcerer
games.
City.
Sorcerer City.
Yes, I think it's really cool, this game, because it's very unique. It is a real-time game where you place tiles into your city.
Yes.
And then it goes over 3 or 4 rounds. 3, I think.
I don't remember.
Some rounds. And you get more and more tiles. So you have to speed up. And you have monsters with different abilities. And you remove your city from each turn. So you kind of have to be smart but efficient, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, it's Scott Caputo who makes some really interesting tiling games, and this is kind of a tiling deck building game.
Yes.
I wonder if this came about from him wanting to do something okay, what's going to do with tiles that hasn't been done before? Oh, a deck building game. And then he said that this was how to make a theme that makes sense, that you build something and then how to take it apart and then build it again, which is a weird thing in a theme. A really, really good
Very
game.
clever.
So my number 100 is only on the list for one reason.
Oh.
And that reason is because
it's a board game.
people always said on the YouTube comments that you don't like light games, you don't like simple
you
games.
have one light
so I
game.
have one light game and the rest are super heavy. Only 4 or more on Board Game Geek on the heavy scale.
Oh.
It's obviously a joke. My number 100 is Mysterium Park.
Cool.
This is if you have Mysterium, it's good. I like Mysterium. I wanted to play Mysterium. I want to own Mysterium. Then we play Mysterium Park, and for me, it's better. It's a streamlined, shorter version who does most of the great things in Mysterium in a better way. There's a couple of reasons to play Mysterium if you're more players or if you want a more involved thing, but this is one of those like where you simplify a game and it's a lot better for me. Really great deduction game where you like creativity deduction, think going into someone's brain, not literally. It's not a brain surgeon game where you open someone's cranium, but it's a fun board game.
Yes, I fully agree with what you're saying. I like that game a lot as well. Then my number 99 is Baron Park. This is a very fun little game. One of my like favorite tile placement games. A horrible setup time for this game,
yes.
But like, when you're playing, it's very fun. You're placing like this Tetramino style pieces with attractions and bears into your Baron Park, and then where you place them decides what more tiles that you get. So you want to like do it in an efficient order and be the first one to fill up your boards.
That is Baron Park, a very good game.
Yes.
I agree, not really a lot to say about that one for me. My number 99, then we're going just straight into the heavier games.
Yeah.
This is so still
Let's go.
It's still kind of a lighter, heavy game, so can't be higher than this. It's Anachrony.
Yeah,
we actually just recently played this.
Yes.
Yesterday when we filmed this, we played it. Or 2 days ago when we filmed this, we played it. Doesn't really matter to anyone else than us two. It's a good game. It's a really good game. It's a lighter game from Mind Clash. It's a heavy game, so don't come like, it's a heavy game. I know. But it's a game. We played a base game. I've played it a couple of times throughout like 5, 6, 7 years. I don't remember when it came out, probably not that many years, but I would love to play it more with some expansions to add a bit more of the complexity and stuff like that. In its base, it's a worker placement game, pretty straightforward worker placement game, kind of tight on resources, and you have this kind of loan mechanism where you can loan things from yourself in the future and you have to send it back to yourself in the past so that you actually get the stuff and the timeline doesn't go away. So yeah, it's a very good game.
Yes, I played it like for the first time in a long time when I played it now.
Yeah, for me as well. 4 or 5
and it
years.
was really nice to revisit it, and now I actually remember some of it. So that's cool.
I hope you do. It's 2 days since we played it.
Yes, I'm not that old.
You don't have that bad of a memory.
Yes,
just almost.
Well, I really like the tightness of the worker placement, and I think it's really cool, all the elements, and I'm very excited to add more to it to see what kind of strategies that I can explore with this game.
Absolutely.
Okay, so then my number
20.
98. It's a big number. It's Clank Legacy. We have played Clank.
Yes.
But Clank Legacy was so much cooler for me.
Yes.
Both of like the excellent writing, the humor in the story, the wacky theme, and just overall that what I did this game had some consequences for the next turn. So it wasn't just like get the treasure and go out as fast as you can, like Clank can often be, but you want to like, oh, if I do this, then maybe I will get an advantage in the next game or the next. So that was really funny, and you want to explore the story. It's a really enjoyable time for us.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a very fun game. I basically enjoy everything you said. Like the comedy is amazing. I think Clank is a fun game. I think Clank Legacy is a very good game. Probably never going to play Clank again.
Yes.
My number 98 then is Mind Management.
Yes.
Which is a very good game. It's a new game from 2021. It is a one versus all hidden movement game. I just enjoyed almost everything about it. From like the campaign legacy elements to the base game. I enjoyed actually both playing like the hidden and the finder, even though I usually enjoy being the one when there's a one versus many, because I don't like too many co-op games. But it is a great experience. I think the reason it's this low is because there's the category and stuff like that isn't my super favorite, but I really enjoy the game.
Yes, super solid game, like the whole package, the artwork, the theme, really cool. Go check it out if you haven't already, but it was one of our favorites from the past year.
Yes, this is the new year.
Yes, New Year 2022. My number 97 is Keyflower, and this very much a spoiler, I think, is my favorite from the Key series. I really enjoy it. It's an auction game, but it's done a little differently. So I'm not a fan of auctions like
you are usually not,
particular.
No.
But when I start to bid for a tile, I do it in a specific color
Yeah.
of meeples, and then all others who bids on that tile has to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
And if I lose my bid, then I can move that meeple to another bid.
Page,
Ish.
tile.
And it's really cool worker placement after that. So you want to have as many meeples as possible.
Yeah.
And then you can use your own action spaces that you have just like bought, or you
Yeah.
can go over to other people. But then you lose your meeple. So really cool resource management and worker placement and auctions in this game.
All of the stuff, really good game. We also have an expansion we haven't played,
Cool.
so hopefully going to do that next time we play it.
Nice.
My number 97 is a game that is not on your list. If it is, I don't know who you are anymore. And what kind of theme does it have then, do you think?
What kind of theme? I don't know.
It's one thing you don't like in games. It's trains.
Oh, yeah.
It's Chicago Express.
Cool.
I have enjoyed many of these kind of cube rails, small, they're very weird games. Chicago Express is one of the less weird ones. So that's maybe probably why it's one of the most like people enjoy it and people
Yeah,
like
this
playing
is
it.
actually one that I enjoy as well.
Yeah, it has a wider audience than many of the other cube rail games where it's like we played Golf Mobile on Ohio, which you did enjoy, but it's
did
just
enjoy it.
so
So
weird.
weird.
So weird and
Yes.
wacky. And yeah, but it's interesting, like, but this is Chicago Express because that's the one I enjoy the most of the cube rail train games, an hour-long train games, basically.
Yeah, cool. I like that one. Then
It's a
we
shock.
have 96. It's Pandemic Legacy. I'm not specifying the season here because I haven't played season 1, like a few of the...
Yeah, you haven't played season 1.
Yes, and I
You haven't
played
experienced
season 2,
1.
which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then we started season 0, which we really need to play more of because
Yes,
it's like the
it's
big...
easy now because one of the people don't live 6 hours away anymore.
Yes, that's
now only
true.
2 hours away.
Yeah, so I really want to get that played. Like the initial thoughts on that game is that it was really enjoyable, and I really want to experience more of it and see what this game will do to have like a twist on Pandemic. If you want to
Twist.
play, if you like Pandemic, go check this out. If you don't like Pandemic, you can still like this game.
Because I don't like Pandemic and I really enjoy the Pandemic Legacy series. My number 96 then is another game from 2021.
Oh, cool.
What? Is this going to be only new games? No, it won't. Is this going to be only heavy games? No, it won't. Because this is not a heavy game, but it's the heaviest of these games.
We'll wait and see.
Dun, dun, dun. So this is a game which is in a series of games.
Cool.
Do you want to guess?
I will guess that it's Ankh.
It's Azul, Queen's Garden, which is the heaviest Azul game. It's my number 96.
Cool.
It is the heaviest Azul game. It's a very good one. I enjoy it, I think. I'm going to do the same as you.
Think?
Spoiler alert, the most of the Azul games. No, I enjoy it, I think, the most of the Azul
Okay,
games.
yeah.
It isn't a good sentence anyway, but it's better than I enjoy it, I think.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Which would be a very bad sentence in the top of the... I think it's fine.
I think I enjoy this one.
It's a game. It's nothing wrong with it. It's a very fun game. I enjoy it the most of the Azul games. Azul, Queen's Garden. That's where you build things.
It's really cool. I think also it's a very, very solid Azul game.
Yes.
Yeah, the heaviest one to this date, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes. Board games.
95 is Cusco.
Uh-huh.
This is one Kramer and Kiesling game,
Yes.
and this has been like kind of new in our lives. Like the
Yes.
past year, we played a few of them for Keeper Cal. What I really think is cool about these sort of games, Cusco is one of them.
These are the games. Cusco is one
Is
of
that you
them.
have like these points that you can divide into different actions on your turn. So you want to like, some actions are more expensive, cost more points, and some are less expensive.
Cheaper, I would guess then, yes.
And you want to like sneak in and be like the highest meeple in a specific city to get points. And then you can host festivals, and it's a little like majority in some card types that you want to like sneak in and I won this festival now. So it's a very tactical game where you try to get the advantage at all points, and it's a really, really clever design.
I agree. I like it. I like it. I think I would like to play it again.
Yes.
It's a
so
fun
beautiful.
game. I like
Looks
it.
really nice.
My number 95, back to the dry, heavy Euro games. One game I think could come higher on the list if we play it more. It is maybe the most boring theme in the whole world. What is it?
I don't know.
It's Die Marker.
Oh, yeah,
A
cool.
game about the German election system. Like, how boring can you go? Not more boring than that. But it's a very fun game. I enjoy it a lot. You are a, what is it called again? I always says it wrong.
Politician?
Yeah,
No, party?
a party. Yes, a political party. I always say wrong with that when we talk about this kind of games.
Yes.
These kind of games, it's the only one with that theme. Oh, there's another one, actually. But political party. It's a party every day of the week. I like it a lot. Obviously, I think there's the auction, there's buying these different popularities. You're trying to basically be the party that has the best party and is the biggest party winner of the game.
It's a very interactive game because
Yes.
what you stand for, what your political agenda you have, greatly influences the other players.
Yes.
And you either want to have the same opinion as someone else, or you want to change the people's opinion. And there's very many different ways to do that, but you also need these mandates to actually get the votes that you need.
That is true.
So a lot to like in this dry, boring Euro game.
The game isn't boring, but the theme is also interesting. But it's not
cool.
one you will see oh, finally a game about the German election system.
It's really good. My 94 is Shipyard. I played this very recently too. I didn't think that I would like it. I was just like, this might be cold. I was thinking to myself before we played it, and then I was just like, oh, this puzzle is actually really fun. It's like the beigest game that you can find. It's so beige, everything is beige, but you're building a boat, and all the actions that you do, you basically choose on a rondel, and then you have other rondels for that specific actions that you want to do. And if you want to do something that is not right in front of you, then you have to pay more. So money is usually very tight in this game.
I had no money.
You want to basically have a boat, have a crew, have equipment, and then sail and get points.
That is true. Did we do a video of this and so sort? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But I think we might have done.
Might have done it.
But it's a very good game. I like it. My number 94 then is Australia.
Cool.
It's a game by Martin Wallace where you build trains and you build farms, and then Cthulhu comes and kill you.
What?
And you try to shoot him in the face and kill him with weapons. It's a great game. It's a weird game. It's one of those games that are on this list because it's fun, but also because it's very unique. Yes. It is one of the most unique kind of games I own. It's another game where you choose actions in an interesting way and you build up some systems and you have fun, and then suddenly a zombie appears. What? That's not what usually happens in this game. Then you usually just continue doing that and you get victory points. But here zombies appears and stuff try to kill you while you try to farm and have fun. So they're trying to be no fun for you, Mr. Farm Man. You should be dead. And that is why I like it. It's Australia. Good game.
And it's like a semi-co-op. That is really weird because you're playing against Cthulhu. So if Cthulhu comes and kills one player, then the game ends very, very early. And then maybe Cthulhu gets more points than you. So you kind of have to, if I see you're getting almost killed over there, I can't be sucker.
Depending on if you care if Cthulhu wins over you or not.
Well,
but Cthulhu is a player in the game and will get points. So in our BG Stats app, we have a player named Cthulhu.
That is actually really cool. But great game, very unique. Then we have my number 93, which is a game from 2021, and it's Descent: Legends of the Dark. I have a lot of positive things to say about it that I didn't think I was going to say because we played...
And if you want to see them, there's a 20-minute video where you say all of those things.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
No, you can say some now as well.
Oh, yeah,
okay. And we just don't do all of them because that's 20 minutes.
Because the first time we played Descent, we played a lot of it, and then I was just no, this...
The first one you mean? the second edition? Yeah.
Yeah, the second edition. And you backed this one or something?
No, we got it from Asmodee.
Oh, we got it. And I was just I already know what this is. I played this before, and that was much better. And I think it's really cool. So, Descent.
That was a short version. If you want to see more, go and check out the review. Next up is my number 93, which is a small card game about trees.
Oh, Arboretum?
I think that's the only small card game we have about trees, so it is not that. It is Arboretum, the game, a small card game about trees, which is a really nice thinky filler where you want to play the cards, but you want to keep the cards in your hand because you will not score these kind of cards, different suits, which is the card different trees. You will not score those trees if you don't also have the highest cards of that tree in your hand. But then Sunniva has kept the 1 in her hand, I have the 9, then my 9 is nothing, and I lose, and I get angry, and I say, no points for me, Mr. Johannes, and then I play on the trees in a nice way. It's a very simple game. You pick 2 cards, you play 1, you discard 1, and that's the game. It's fun, it's fast, it's about trees and getting points. What more can you want?
It's such a clever game, and
Yes.
it makes me feel stupid every time because like every action has like a downside to it. I can do this, but then this happens. I can do
Yes.
that, but then I set myself in this position. So like what to keep on your hand to block other players or get the points yourself, and also what to play. It's super clever, very, very good game.
I agree. That's why it's on my list.
And 92 is Messina 1347.
Yes.
And you might say, Sunniva, this is too low.
No, why would I say that?
Because you always...
it's the
catchphrase.
running joke from the
Yes.
top 20.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it not? No, it's a new game. I'm happy it's in your number 100.
Yeah.
Like that is pretty high. I would not guess it would be.
Yeah, it's really good game. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you agreed and you did mistake in your top 10.
No.
It was
No.
another. You took away the
Not
one.
at all.
You should have been in another position.
Nope.
No. Okay.
But Messina is really cool. I enjoy how you move around the board to pick actions with
Yes.
your meeples, and the way that the game shifts towards the end, that you want to kind of like take the people out of the city or some the theme.
You want to repopulate the city,
Yeah,
get
so you
them
want
back
to-
into the city. Yeah.
like things suddenly you have to think in another way, kinda. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. You had to think another way, kinda, but not
I had
really.
trouble explaining this game.
But you are getting better all the time.
Thank you.
Like the Beatles song, which is also a good one. Number 92 is a crossover.
Oh, like this early? That is cool.
It would be weird if I said it because I was going to guess it's higher on your list. Like, this is probably higher on your list. It's a crossover. And no, it's a crossover for this video. Dun, dun, dun.
Cool.
It is Clank Legacy.
Oh, I think we need to have a little, like, tiny crossover dance.
Yeah,
for
because a
this.
crossover in the same one in the top 100, it's a crossover dance time.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
That's
da,
cool.
da. Clank Legacy is a game. Yes.
Oh, crossover song as well.
No, we're not going to start that.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so Clank Legacy, done, dusted. It's a good game. I like it. Never going to play it again, which is one of the reasons it's this low on the list.
Yeah. And 91 is the Oracle of Delphi.
Uh-huh.
We recently played this. It's a game by Stefan Feld.
It is.
I like it. It's a racing game. It's very like some of these aspects of this game is not very like Feldy, but then you roll dice and you have some symbols, and then it's a little Feld. But you want to be the first one to complete all these like missions from Zeus, defeat monsters or pick up statues. But it's basically having the right symbols at the right time and being tactical in decisions on where to go with your boat and how to utilize your resources the best.
It's correct. I like it.
It's correct.
It's
Thank you for grading
correct.
my description.
You get a B+.
B+. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really nice.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
good. Pretty good. So
I'll
the
take
last game for this video then
Yeah.
is my number 91.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the end of the It's so funny. You're so lucky to be able to watch this for free on YouTube. It's the best comedy show in the world. My number
We'll be
91
here.
is one that I hope it will be higher when we play it more.
It's a game that you heard about before you played
Yes, it is, and I actually played
and
it
you
quite
have
a bit.
played it also?
Yes, it's a crazy
Not
thing.
bad.
And so yes, it is Tainted Grail.
Oh, yeah, cool.
It is, we have played like a bit of the first campaign. We have 2 more campaigns that we can play. When I really want to play more, hopefully it will be higher, might be lower, I don't know, but it is here because I really enjoy the things. I really did not like it the first time I played it, and then I got more into it, liked it a lot. Hopefully I will like it if we play on story mode because it's really harsh and it's gonna kill you. So
because this is a story game.
it is.
And it's a co-op game.
Yes.
And we played a fair amount.
Yeah,
I would-
not that much. I don't remember.
Yeah, and it's a game that I have a hard time putting in a top list
Uh-huh.
because It's been a long time and I want to play it again. So, but first impression of that game, it was really fun. I really want to get into playing it again.
That is true. So those are 20, or it's actually not 20, like 39 games. Not 30. That's
19.
19, that's the number. I'm not good at math. Probably
Counting.
I am. I'm good at math, but horrible at counting. So I should like watch some count chuckle or something like that. So that is the end of this video. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, you can do so now by
clicking the subscribe button. It's fun and it's free and it makes us happy like this. If you want to do something that's not free, you can.
Go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there.
Yes.
That helps a lot. If you had any games in this video that you thought like, these are amazing games, let us know. If you hate all the games, let us know. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe. We already said those kind of things. We just had to say it's the rule of YouTube. So that's the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.